something that will last, there are four basic pillars. It's like a building having four pillars and a foundation. That is how I'm going to handle the subject of success. The building has a pillar, has four pillars rather, and a foundation. One of the pillars stands in for education. The other pillar stands in for health. The other pillar stands in for wealth. The other pillar stands in for relationship. While the foundation remains the God factor, the G factor. If a man must actually attain success in his endeavors, he has to be intentional about these four dimensions. He has to be so intentional about these four pillars, because just like a building cannot stand on one pillar alone. If you succeed in being educationally, you've gathered a lot of degree, you're now a professor, you've written a lot of books and all that, you just have one segment of success. You have all the money, you have all whatever you can ascertain as a person, you are wealthy, you are rich, and that's one segment of success. You have good relational skill, you are in love with everybody likes you, but you don't have money, and you don't have good educational background, and but you have good relational skill. It's actually a fragment of success. So all of them has to come together for you to actually build what will last. That is why I gave success a structure or a picture of a building. And that building is actually just like every building is meant to exist, not just for itself, for people. That is to say that you are not truly successful until you start living for others. That building, when you have a structure, people are living inside of it. So you are a structure. People are supposed to live through you. People are supposed to find their path in life through you. People are supposed to find their purpose through you. And that is truly the essence of success. Somewhere in the scriptures, it says, bear one another's burden. That is another definition of success. If truly you are counting yourself successful, start counting men and women who have been fully established in life because of you. That is success. If you can't count anyone, then sorry, you've not started living. You only live when you extend your life to the next person, and that is true success. So, but if I must speak these fragments that will make you live and extend your life to the next person, for you to be a building that will accommodate lives and not collapse on the life you are meant to accommodate. Some people have had a building that has been built, but while people lived in it, they couldn't find comfort and convenience because the house was not properly built. And at the end of the day, the house collapsed on them. The destinies they were meant to shield, they crushed it, they buried them because they were not strongly built. That is why these four pillars must be intentionally built. The education angle is not just about going to school, gathering all the degrees and blowing all the grammars and all that. No, it's far from it. You will have a lot of educated illiterates. They went to school, they got the degrees, but they don't have the brain. They don't have intelligence, wisdom to manage life properly, because they just picked one aspect of education and left the other. Education is simply replacing a closed mind with an open mind. And when you look into the school of the mind, there are two schools you must attend in the school of the mind: the conventional formal education and the unconventional informal education. The conventional formal education is actually a secondary part to education. The primary is the informal, unconventional education. It is called informal and unconventional because it is not regulated by curriculums. It's not regulated by activities and programs. It is actually what happens at home, where a father and a mother transfer some values, societal values, family values to a young growing child who grows up and grow into the society and start picking other values from the society. So this is the informal education. And trust me, sometimes this informal education is what helps you stand out in life much more than the formal education. Trust me, values like integrity are learned from the informal education, where your parents will teach you to remain truthful and honest against all odds. I remember while we were growing up, we were told, don't pick money on the road. When someone gives you money, don't accept it. And if you must accept because your parents knows the person, you must show your parents the money. Forgive me, even though our mommy has collected the money until today, they are saving it for us and we've not seen it. That's on a lighter note anyway. But that's values we are trained to be accountable. We were taught that while we were growing up. We were taught respect, courtesy, grieving. We were taught that we taught table manners, the things not to do while eating. We were taught you don't fight. A lot of values we picked. Some of them were religiously coined, some of them were traditionally coined, but all of them came together unconventionally. They were molding us into the man we are becoming. Both on the ones we see our parents practice, the things we see them do, we are actually emulating them. All this unconventional education builds us up into manhood. Then we now had to go to a conventional school to pick a formal education where we learn arithmetics, where we learn writing, speaking, some formal communication skills that will help us function proper in the larger society. So, and that actually has to work hand in glove with the informal education to fully establish you as an educated person. So if you must live beyond you, your education has to be balanced, both the formal and the informal. So how educated are you? How balanced is your literacy life? Are you so informed academically, but morally and value-wise, you are deformed? You lack character, you lack values, and you are causing nuisance with your certificate, but you don't have what the street man calls certificate. They call it certificate. You don't have the street sense, you don't have the family sense, you don't have the social sense. You are just empty of so many things. So balance of your life, that will help you build something that will last and outlive you, and that's really success. The second part to it is the health. Yeah, yes, the health. I don't want you to really get this fact that you have to be healthy to actually achieve your goals. So in educational sector, you need to learn some manners. That's why I love the education part of it. It's actually what puts everything together for you. Learn how to eat healthy and to stay healthy. I want to ask you a question. When last did you go for a conventional checkup? In the part of Africa where I come from, sometimes going to see a doctor is not possible except when you are dying. That's when to go to see a doctor. If you must grow to become relevant and successful in life, you have to learn that going to see a doctor is not something you have to do when you are already dying. When you are normally living, once in 2 3 months, quarterly, you just go to see a doctor, you do a routine check on your system and all that. Then drink plenty of water, then eat proteinous food, and eat vegetables and fruits. Make sure your meals are balanced. Just visit a dentician and ask him to give you some nutritional prescription to fit into your medical history. Be intentional about your life, because your health is your life, and your life is the vehicle carrying your vision. All those big dreams and visions, you stay awake all night stressing your brain out trying to formulate and find ways to. Once you drop dead, they are gone. Go to the burial ground, you see worldly visions, beautiful ideas, more powerful than you, but they are gone because the one having the life could not manage his life well, and he broke down before time. A very popular preacher in Nigeria, I wouldn't mention his name for some reasons, actually died. And when after his death, his heart was measured, and they found out the heart is measuring 120 years, while he barely lived just 60 years. He stressed his heart much more than necessary, and he died of cardiac arrest. So manage your stress level. Be intentional about your life. If you must build something that would last, then your life has to be taken care of. It's not bad to give yourself a treat. It's not bad to take yourself out. Love yourself. Talk well. Eat well. Remove hatred and bitterness from your heart. Free your mind and focus on the great visions you have. It will give you good health. Focus on your success stories. Stop thinking about the ugly past. It gives you this negative energy that can hamper your health. I'm telling you the truth. Find a way to shade off and stay away from toxic people and all that. Keep your ears deaf to negative words. These things affect your health. If you can put your health in check, then you are actually working towards getting your dreams done. There is a supernatural side to it. You cannot do all that and the devil can switch off your light. Therefore, you need to get your life preserved under the umbrella of God. The God factor cannot be relegated in all of this. Then the other part, that's the foundation anyway. I'm still going to point at that. The other one is the wealth angle. Yeah, this is where a lot of people get it wrong. I think for you to be successfully in that in life, you have to have all the money. That in fact, wealthy people are the successful people. Once he drives in with a good car, has some good dressing and affluence, and you say, "Oh, he's very successful." We do not care about his relationship, both family and on the street, on the office. We do not care about his health. We do not care about his education, whether he has informal and formal education. He has cultured life and all that. Everything is centered on money. It's actually good to have money, because if you have everything and you don't have an evidence of some cash, some funds, some money around to quantify that you have as actually achieved, is actually nothing. So that's why I say there must be a balance in four of them. So being wealthy or having money is a state of being contented. Yes. Being contented with what you have while you progressively drive to acquire more contentiously. Being contented is not a case of carrying gardens. No, I have my earnings now is $500 a month. My earnings now is $1,000 a month. You plan your life within or below that, and keep some fund for investment and reinvestment. Some get into meeting the immediate needs of you as a person and that of your family and the less privileged. And then some, a large chunk, if I may say, will be kept for reinvestment for a production of money. By that, you are growing wealth and an empire. But if you are not having such structure, or you are living a hand-to-mouth kind of life, when the salary comes, it's already planned, and as it's coming, it is burning down in the family. Let me tell you, some people tell me the money is not even enough to save. Trust me, even if they pay you $1 million, it still will not be enough to save, because your need will grow up to the $1 million. So what do? Save, and then you spend the rest. Save, invest, spend the rest. Save, invest, spend the rest. For you to be truly successful, we must to ascertain your wealth parameters. So, and one of the good way to build wealth parameters, good wealth parameters, is once the money is coming, the need of man is insatiable. So stop racking your head. You just bring out a large chunk, save and invest. The other one, spend on immediate need, because you need to be alive while you wait for the investment to grow. So if you make that, you keep growing an empire. Even the scripture says, the Bible, a good man leaves inheritance for his children. So the question is, you now that is watching me, what are you leaving for your children? If you have nothing for your children, that simply means, by Bible context, that you're not a good man. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of things you can leave for your children, both tangible wealth and intangible wealth. What I mean by tangible wealth is properties, intangible wealth is good name. Leave the both of them, please, my brother. Don't just leave good name without the other one. Leave the two of them. It's very important. Permit me to laugh, please. I hope you get what I'm saying. Don't just leave good name for your children. Leave good money for them. It's very important. Leave them with something they can build on. But if you must leave one, leave good name. If you must leave one, leave at least a good name. He is the son of Mr. Johnson. Please give him the job. It's much more than you carrying millions, but people are shutting their doors from you because of the name you carry behind you. That would be the worst disease of your life. So please, a good name, a good name. That's an investment. That's legacy. That's success. That's success. Then the other hand is relationship. That's the another model of it all, is how good and healthy are your relationships. There are three phases to it. I summarize relationship in three phases: the family, the street or social, and the office official. So if you must be intentional and conscious about your relationship in this dimension, don't be a tyrant at home and be a lover boy on the streets, and be a gentleman in the office, or vice versa. Just be a good person, be a good human being. All this religion, you are blowing in tongues, but human beings cannot exist in your life more than 1 minute. You are just this born again. Fire is coming out of your bone. But you can't manage people, you can't manage their emotions, you can't manage. Everybody is angry with you, and you're angry with everybody. In fact, everybody, there's something wrong with every human being that comes across you. and you say you are the fine person, every other person is mad. Now, wow, just think about it. Is it not make room for other people? Yes, they keep stepping on your toes. Cut your toes small. That your toes, everybody is stepping on. Maybe this toes is covering everybody's space. Try to see whether you can cut off those toes so that the other people can be accommodated. This life is a very simple place. Love your wife, love your kids, be a good father, be a good mother to them. At some point in the future, you will go, they will only see you in the picture, and they will only live in the memories of remembering how well or bad you treated them. And even if when you live till you grow old, some of those children will become independent. The way you treated them when they were young will be determine how they respond to you when you are growing old. If you are too harsh and too unreasonable to them, when they grow old, they leave you. So these are things you should consider. I'm not saying you watching me now should go and say, my mother treated me bad, I should leave you. Don't return evil for evil. If not, you become worse than the evil you're trying to fight. You return love for evil. You bridge the gap. Parents are blessings. Some of them do not know better. If they know better, they would have done better. So you love them, you cherish them, you take care of them. They are family. You protect them, you provide for them, you collect the patriarchal blessings that come from taking care of your parents. That's success. That's living legacies. That's actually securing your old age. That's honor. The other part is the office. That's where you make your ends meet, your business environment. Make sure it's cordial. You see this thing recommendation. You see who you know. I know that guy. He's a nice guy. Give him the job. It's much more than millions. I'm telling you. Being a good person. Don't go complaining about people's and their attitude. People know that they are bad. You don't need to remind them again. Excuse them. Shift. Allow them. If they seek your opinion about their life, start correcting them. Stop being Mr. Corrector. You are correcting everybody because everybody is wrong. You are just one righteous person. Stop giving those unsolicited advice. Leave them. They know. Just pick their good corners and relate with them from those good areas and leave their bad sides. They are managing their life. They are hoping to be better. So that people can actually say, I know him. He's a good guy. Work with him. Employ him. Give him the job. Give him the contract. Create a good working environment. Be loved. Be cheerful. Every time your face is frowning, your whole problem is left on your face. Once people see you, they will know that things are hard for you. As if you are working with the devil himself. Even if you are, you can, with love, you can overcome hatred and sadness. Light will always overpower darkness. So just be light. Mr. Johnson, how are you doing? That gate man, just be nice to him. Leave him with some tips once in a while. Buy drinks for your friends once in a while. During your birthdays, celebrate with your friends. If they are celebrating, buy them gifts. Buying a birthday card will not cost you more than $10, $20. You just give it to him and say, take, I want to appreciate you for the nice things. You pick out the nice things they have been doing. Leave those bad ones that you gossip about. Leave it. Tell them about those good things you've seen in their life. There must be something good about them. Even a stopped clock is correct 2 times in a day. So he cannot just be the devil. Even the devil has some good parts. So in this context, please find out those good parts, comment it, give him a birthday card, send him a good text message, give him a call. Must you always call people when you need their help? Can't you call to check up on them? These are ways to build. That's the only way to build what I call transgenerational success. These are parameters of life that must come together to give you what I call a successful future. So if your relationship in the office is properly tightened up, then the streets, get down there, have a bottle or two with your friends once in a while. Don't just be the office and home guy. Hang out. But don't just go and drink out your liver and kill yourself with smoking and then fall prey to peer pressure. No. Be strategic with those relationships. Even if you must hang out with people that have sense, that even while you are sipping some drinks, you can be talking businesses and life. While you're watching the football, you can talk about lives and different things. By the time you guys are done, they say, that guy is sound. That guy we met at the bar last week is sound. Sure, he gave you his complimentary. I call him, let's see if he can handle that contract. And that's how it happens, because you package yourself well and you sold yourself in the right quarters. So this is relationship is important in the street. Hang out once in a while. Don't be jack of all. Don't be the guy that works so hard, and then all works and no play makes Jack a dull boy, But all play and no works make Jack a stupid boy. So we try to create a balance. That's just it. That's success. Success is simply balance. Ensuring that different areas of your life has their own wings properly tidied up while you are playing along with life. Then the foundation of your life must be laid with God. You see the G factor. You can't do without it. He is the way, the truth, and the life, and that is Jesus. If you have not accepted him, please give him your life. That man will not fail you. He is my friend. He has helped me. If I tell you my story, I'm going to make it a video sometime. I'll just sit down, possibly with my wife, and we'll sit down and share our stories with you. You know that there is nothing God cannot do. There is nothing. No situations he cannot turn. Just build anything you want to build it on God. He said somewhere, Jesus, that who is the man that a wise builder is the one that buildeth upon the rock. The wind came because the wind of life must surely come. Maybe that's what you're facing now, the troubles of life. It must just say, it didn't say if the wind comes, say when the wind comes, because it will come, so that what you build will last. So build on the rock, build in Jesus, build on him, trust him, follow him. I don't know your Christian family, but whatever you worship in, be attentive to God. Follow him. That man he placed over you as your pastor, follow him. Once in a while, drop something in his account. Once in a while, recharge his phone. Always be a part of what is happening in church. That's another social circle you don't joke with. Your church. Some people find husband in church. I don't say you should go to church to look for husband. No, but it happens. So just be nice and be connect with people, brethren in church. Serve God, worship him, and then recognize the priest over your life. Once in a while, go and give to him. Stop all this your social media brouhaha of our pastors are driving jet and planes. Some of you don't know the stories of these men they are starting. You don't have the whole story. Just pick social media gist and you're talking nonsense. Your life, how beautiful is it that you have to start talking about another man's life? Don't go give to no matter how little. You are not giving to enrich him. You're giving to tap from the grace God has placed in his life. And let him say, God bless you. He's your spiritual father. He's your covering. You do that and you're securing a future, not just for yourself, but for your children and for your generations unborn. And on that premises, you know that you have built a solid foundation that cannot fail. If you're watching me and you've not given your life to Christ, I want you can say this prayer with me. Lord Jesus, I accept you this day into my life. Come and help me, transform me, give me your life. I'm tired of my own life. I'm giving it to you in exchange. Help me to be a better person. In Jesus' name I pray. God bless you. You are now born again. Go to your church, recognize with them and all that. You can chat me up, you can call me, we can talk about whatever challenges you're having from any of these segments I talked about, the education, the wealth, the health, and the relationship, then the God and the foundation. If there's anywhere you're having challenges, feel free to send me a chat on that WhatsApp line on your screen or send me an email and then we can talk about it. I will help you. I will do subject to some training that will help lift you and get you to the fullness of your dream. I love you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. God bless you all. Thank you. See you some other time. Baba, you know someone defeat me. Tell all this a woman that free me. See my guys wanna feel me, but yeah, them not feel see me. Baba, you know someone defeat me. Tell all this a woman that free me. See my guys wanna feel me, but yeah, them not feel see me. Now who said God no go bless me?